Yep. Yes, Mr. Baloyi.
As you could please, my lord, we're sorry for this slight late start. Some of the accused were late this morning. My lord, I had a discussion with Advocate Ngomezulu. There's an exhibit EE that has been handed up, and yesterday we made a copy of the original of exhibit EE, the proceedings in the Boksburg Magistrate Court. I've made copies to my learned friend. We just beg leave to hand up a copy of the original of exhibit EE.
Okay. Everybody's got a copy. The other councils, do they have a copy?
Yes, they do, my lord.
Okay, thanks. Yes, Mr. Ngomezo. You're still under oath.
All right, Mr. Mogane, before we proceed, I just want to take us back to the question which you asked Mr. Ntanzi about his whereabouts on the 26th of, I need to clarify something, on the 26th of October 2014.
26th of October 2014, the
when he answered you, according to the instruction that I received, he said if he was not at work, he is at home. At work, according to his instructions, means he could be working or he is at the compound in the workplace, inside the company where he's working. What's your comment on that?
That's how he put it, but then for me, when he said he was at work, for me it implied that he was in the mine.
All right. If according to you, you thought he was inside the mine, he was working, you will not conflict with his version that he was at his workplace, and if he's not at his workplace, he is at home. You won't conflict with the version.
If you can explain, what do you mean when you say home?
In KwaZulu-Natal.
I do not remember him telling me he was in KwaZulu-Natal. What I remember was that he told me that he was at work.
All right. But that is not okay. Let's leave it for argument. The issue of when actually you conducted your investigation from his workplace, you met outside with Brigadier Ginin and Sergeant Mogane, and they departed, they left with you and accused them, the late Mr. Sergeant Mogane.
Yes, we did live together, but we parted ways along the way. Yeah, was Sahamba, what do I get? Who are figured I saw Shugana Kola in Zelin?
Yes, but the main thing is that for the reason of booking out the accused number 2 was done by going to verify whether you went to verify his whereabouts of the 26th of October 2014. That was completed.
That is correct.
Why was he not taken back again after you've verified such information? Why was he not immediately taken back to Pretoria in the North Police Station?
North Police Station.
Instead, you had to book him in 2:30 early hours in the morning.
Right was a malary and I got a salute petam shumum adumenary I feel covered the ceiling. Also, legality, we are low for so as a malana about a problem.
He did not have a problem going with us because when we asked him if he was okay with going with us, he agreed because also there was the problem that if he was taken back to the cell, he was going to be locked up alone and was going to get bored. Ale ukuhamba nathi ngasambuza ukuthi anankinga yini uthambe nathi ngoba kusekhona umsebenzi esawenza wavuma ukuthi cha singahamba kodwa ke futhi kwakunale nkinga ukuthi ufa sambuyisela le emaseleni wenzohlala eyedwa abula isizungu.
Mr. Mogane, accused at that time was under your custody.
That is correct.
He had no options.
If Salah Dumela, never should fish a Jomarao. You'll come, Shabel, we la Dumela, Ramuja Magala. Now, so if you did right with Jarmarena or right to Tamarena, kind of simple way. We'll have the gentleman Juan.
Well, to tell the honest fact, if he wanted to refuse, he could. But when we asked him if he wanted to, if he was okay with going with us, because we told him that we've still got other things to do, he agreed, especially also because it was already evening. This was Katige. Agazanga pig. When I am Fumutanga pig, Mautu Fusu pig. Ale utambi na kodwa ke ngoba samcela wavuma and futhi wasebusuku sahamba naye.
I don't understand if you say he was going to be bought. What do you mean by that? In the cells.
What is selling aborege the rabble?
Which are horror. Danzi Obasa Sherry said about Valvality, Valvano tolerity, Mosilinga.
What I'm saying is that Ndanzi was not sharing a cell with others. He was staying alone as you said. Engichazayo ukuthi uNtanzi wayehlala yedwa eselini. Wayengekho babengekho abanye ehlala nabe eselini.
So let me not waste time about things that are not that material. The instruction that I have is that immediately after you departed with Colonel Gininda, after you conducted your investigations, you assaulted accused number 2.
Kamrauri le abasipile bo Colonel Gininda bare mlatufajore lilela motsi. Who assaulted him as he says?
I'll get into that. Because it is your evidence. I'll get into that, Mr. Mogane. It is your evidence that you had to do your own other investigations. As a result, you even had to go to Albertine.
I got a little surgery, and the little surgery, Albertine.
Is that so?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to reach Albertine the kids selling their feet.
Like I told you, Albertine is on the way and we went via Albertine.
All right.
John was saying, she know, go to Albertine. Who sent the lane?
I'm not referring to the evidence where you said when you booked him out with the purpose of transferring him to First Laura's court. I'm not referring about that. I'm referring to the event where, after you concluded your own investigation regarding his whereabouts, Colonel Gininda and Sergeant Mogane left and you drove with accused number 2. You indicated during cross-examination that you had to do other investigations. As a result, you had to go to Albertine or First Laura's.
Yale, Ole Agamraure, the Wishishavar, Balika Gajalewe, Colonel Brigadier Gininda, le Sergeant Mogane, Valeba CP, Yale Lena, Linela Splalimla to Faja, or Level Sanjay Lina Limshuma, everything I go dear, and what a more Level Sanjay Fit Alberton, Leah, go for Sloras. That is correct. You put it tennis with it. Napogesati, Umasque to win some sevens in Wahambo, Brigadier Gininda, Hamba no Mogane, and then you get Tinage. Sasasi shamba ngemoto samba nomsoda ngoba kokusekhona imisebenzi esasifanele siyayenza ilapho esadlula khona ngase-Alberton siya endaweni yase-First Laura's.
Yes.
Wathi mephendula ke wathi yebo kunjalo.
These people that are escorting you are from Ekurhuleni Metropolitan Police. Is that so?
Ke nnete hore batho ba ne ba lefeletse ja ke batho ba tswang kwa Ekurhuleni Metro. That is correct.
The participants that we were talking about yesterday that were involved in the assault and torturing Chubim of accused number 2 are the officers that assaulted accused number 2 immediately after you concluded that investigation about his whereabouts.
But I'm not going to fetch out which is out of Valley guy, but to buy the village in Gawana, Babalawan, Polisha, Balawan, Abba, given a binding by Tiamada to fetch.
I can't wish about meeting a guy in woman, but I gas petulant to excite him.
Well, he has to explain where he was assaulted, by whom, at what time, because I can't answer something that I do not know.
It's fine. I'll give the full version of accused number 2, but at this stage, I want to demonstrate before this honorable court that I said to you, you booked him for 17 hours. You conducted that investigation more or less 3 to 4 hours, if I can give you that benefit.
But for more than
the hour 17 mara merego wa go dia dinyago shisho tsa lena o ka bo jere the hour tse tharo kapa tse 4
for the purpose for which he was booked out to verify that information. You were satisfied. Now for a period of almost 10 to 12 hours, you were still with the accused. What investigations was that?
ka ke se ke tlhalositse gore be re lebeletse molateng o re shala morago e le gore nka se botse goro ka yona ka gore re sa iphenya molato so ne re le busy ka yona.
Like I have already explained, there were other cases that we were following up, and I have already mentioned that there were such cases that were investigating. But I'm unable to tell the court about them because we are still continuing with the investigation. Job was saying, Shiloge, very economy,
at the expense of the rights that are protecting accused number 2.
No, I do not agree with you. We did not infringe on the accused right.
All right.
Sorry, Mr. Sorry, sir. Sergeant, you're saying you won't tell this court about the investigations you were doing because you want to maintain confidentiality or secrecy?
No, on ka no bolela o mongwe wa bona molati e le gore goro o nyaka o tseba.
If the court insists on knowing, I can inform the court about those cases, one of them.
Not all of them.
Not all of them,
Why
but
not,
some of them.
Why not all of them?
Go la lengwe le gore a iso e fela e bolela gorong ya tshepo.
Some of them are still sub judice.
I'm going to order that you must disclose that information, all of it, okay? But you must disclose it in the form of a note, all right? And that note will be made available to all the councils here, with Mr. Baloi, and it will be kept by this court. And I take it all these councils who are here, they are sworn to secrecy because they are officers of this court. They don't have to go and divulge this information anywhere else. Are we understood?
Court please.
Jali, and eta fiwang khoro and khoro e gore e tla fa di lawyer ka mo ba imi ka mo ka ba leng mo khoro and jele ka gore ke batho ba shumang ka mo khorong ba ka se tshedi phiriti la kushisha
E ka kushisha.
Understood, my lord?
Thank you, my lord.
Okay.
May I proceed?
Yes.
Yesterday we talked about the dockets. Are you in possession of the dockets under case number 163 of 10/2020? The dockets under 53 of phosphorus, 534 phosphorus. Are you in possession of such document?
Ele, mamanere bulichika docket. Ulinani ona docket 163 of 10 of 2020. gape le 534 ya kwa Phosphorus.
a ya le swara ga re motho a leng in charge ya tsona ke brigadier Gini then o ba se go ngabane.
I do not have those documents because the person that is in charge of those dockets was not available yesterday. Kangwazi kuleta lao ngawona ma docket ngaphethe ngoba lo muntu ophethe lawo ma document ubrigadier Gini bengekho izolo.
So in other words, your cross-examination in respect of that part of evidence must be stood down until such dockets are, because you are the investigating officer.
Ele ora jawa hore rebulele ka docket jo itla sanela hore e bushetswe morago ka hore docket a rio.
E ka tlhompho ga re re ka sebulele ka molato docket tayo.
Yes, respectfully so, because we cannot speak about a case if the docket is not present. Now my docket is now 163 of 10 of 2020, no 534 years of Phosphorus. I go to Obama and Jengoba, I welcome to get an escort Kulma, and Galama to get Utaweko.
Thank you, sir. As long as you are going to provide the court with such document, let me just clarify this aspect. In the matter where accused number 2 was charged with possession of drugs, was that matter not placed on the roll?
That is correct.
The matter for where accused number 2 was charged with possession of unlicensed firearm, accused number 2 was acquitted. Is that correct?
Ga ke boletse gore re sa le busy ka doketeo, that's why ba rile ba ka se place kwa Phosphorus ka gore e sana le lo nyaka tshwantse re di dire. Nka se bolele gore go dira ga itseng ga yona ga gore e tlabelo re ba le isenya di bofokishi bja rena.
Like I have already said, there is.
May I approach?
We are still busy with that with that docket. I cannot to talk about it in court, but we are still conducting investigations regarding it.
I'm not sure if we are referring to the same. I'm referring to the matter in Shabane court.
I can say what about the Agushino de Bulalagai. You will not have a Horonia Chaba.
Our Kabul village or Belaga Puking case.
You are confusing things. I thought you were talking about the cocaine issue.
Okay.
And I meant to mention that this is this name and ground to put my end as a cocaine.
In Puking, okay, let's get clarification from there. In Puking case, what is the charge of its accusation?
Possession of unlicensed ammunition. Possession of unlicensed ammunition.
Possession of unlicensed ammunition. We should take a
which court did he appear to?
Saban Rustenburg.
Shabane in Rustenburg.
That matter in Shabane in Rustenburg. What is the status of this matter?
He will not guilty and discharged.
He was found to be not guilty and he was discharged. I was telling
Yes. Now, the matter of Phosphorus court, that's possession of drugs. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yeah, case as a Phosphorus boy case ezidakamizwa.
It's the same matter that was not placed on the roll. Is that
Ke
correct?
yona taba e sokang e bewa pela kgoro.
ke nnete.
That is correct, yebo kunjalo.
So, after that matter was refused from the court roll, it cannot be regarded as a pending matter against accused number 2.
Jale ka hore taba e ga ya bewa pela kgoro ba ka se tše ka taba e molatofatšwa a swantšeng go araba mo yona.
Which law is that, sir? Sorry, I want to hear from
No,
Mr. Ngomezero first. Which law is that?
The matter is not pending. The matter is, it depends on the investigations. I'm getting to the investigation part of the matter.
Yeah, it was not enrolled.
It was not enrolled.
So?
Let's look at the period in which it was refused from the roll. If we look at period up to now,
No, you can argue with him. I was just saying, I know no law which says
That's
it
where I
cannot
was
longer be
going.
enrolled again.
yes,
Okay.
it can be re-enrolled. But the most crucial part of the enrollment would not be arresting accused number 2, but to summons him.
Gore mo tabeng e gore ntho e kgolo e tla be e se go tsentšwa kgorong, e tla be le go mmitša molatofatšwa a tle kgorong.
Go tla ka gore motšhotšhisi yena o decide bjang.
It will depend on how the prosecutor decides on the matter. Uzophuma ukuthi umshushisi yena uyicabanga kanjani.
But at the present moment, accused number 2 is in court for one case.
Konja tše molatofatšwa o mo kgorong ka taba e tee.
Ke nnete.
That is correct. Yeah, umsolwa ubhene uqale lodwa la phambi kwenkantolo.
That's correct. So let me put the version of accused number 2.
Re ko go botša gore molatofatšwa wa bobedi yana o re dilo di sepetše bjang.
Accused number 2, prior to his arrest,
Pele
On
a
the
sa swara
16th.
molatofatšwa wa bobedi
on the 16th of June 2020,
ka di 16 tša June 2020,
he received a call from a lady
o hweditše mogala wa go tšwa mo motho wa mosadi
who offered him employment.
ya re leng wa ga yena o nyaka go mo fa mošomo.
The prefix numbers
Uthi ke umsolwa ngomhla ka 16 kuJune ilanga elizoboshwa ngalo wathola ucingo oluvela kumuntu wesifazane wayezomnika umsebenzi.
The prefix numbers were 012.
The number tša kopile tša mogala o a o hweditšeng ke 012. Futhi ke iy'number zokuqala kuleyo phone le ayithola zazithi 012.
The accused responded by saying, I am working, I don't need a job.
Molatofatšwa le araba ka gore ke a šoma a ke tlhoke mošomo. Mo a phendula umsolwa uthi ke a sebenza ngudinga umsebenzi.
Later, he was called. After that call, he was called also by the same lady who introduced herself as Mogane.
Ka morago fa wela wetša o mongwe mogala wa go tšwa ko yena motho wa mosadi a ileng a itsebiša bjale ka Sergeant Mogola.
Yes.
O šothi ke emva kwaloko watholelwa uyecingo oluvela kuyena lo muntu wesifazane owazazisa njengoSergeant Mogola,
Who informed accused number 2 that he is a suspect in the murder case of Sensomeiwa.
o ile a botša molatofatšwa gore ke e mongwe wa ba naganelwa mo tabeng ya go bolawa ga Sensomeiwa. Wa ntšela ukuthi hayi ungomunye wa basolwa odabeni lokubulawa ka Sensomeiwa.
And she requested the full address of accused number 2.
O ile a kopa gore a tsebe address ka moka e felletseng ya molatofatšwa wa bobedi. Wa tlela e kele e phelele le mosolwa wesibili.
Accused number 2 furnished the officer with his full address.
La tufatsha ila fa liponisa di address ya ha village. Umsola ke wasenika wephoyisa lelo ikheli lakhe eliphelele.
According to his knowledge, that's the reason the police officers came to his arrest, to the place where he was residing.
Kika ho police leli la fihla kwa Adulani. Ingakho ke iphoyisa lafika la ehlala khona.
On the 16th of June 2020,
Kali 16 June 2020 ngomhla 16 June 2020
police came to his house, to his
police
place.
lafika go Adulani maphoyisa afika la ehlala khona.
He opened for the police.
Wela babulela wavulela.
Then you ask if he is not Sianda Butelis.
Jale wena wa uchisha hora na asena Sianda Butelis. Wasiyabuza wena uthi akuyena yini uSianda Butelis.
Then he was requested to bring along his identity document.
And wele akutshwa hore anche ID yakabe wese iyacelwa ukuthi akiphumazisa wona.
Can you comment on that?
Ona liseling angasulela kasewe.
Fela we be ka tsela e a ke tshepe gore mabane ke le fetotse ke tlhole fetola gape le gore.
And I'll answer you like I answered you yesterday. Ngizophendula kodwa bese kuphendulile sona.
A ke tshepe gore Sergeant Mogola a ka mo founela ke sa tsebe.
I don't believe the second Mkola would call him without my knowledge. Angikholwa ukuthi uSergeant Mkola angamfonela kuku mina ngingazi.
Le swantse ke tsebile gore mo founetse so a ke tsebe gore ena motho a mo founetseng ke mang.
I was going to know if she had called him. So I really do not know who it was that called accused number 2. I bengizokwazi mina uba ukuthi uSergeant Mkhulu wamfonela. Manje angazi ukuthi ubani wafonela umsoro speed.
Ngabe ga ke tshengoletse gore molato be lwa ibolo ka mogare wa crime intelligence driven operation. Re shumishitse ditlhodi tsa rena go menyaka gore o kae.
Like I have already explained that this case fell under our cold case unit. We used our informants to help us to know exactly where he was. Njengoba ngisekhishela ukuthi leli cala lingaphansi kweqembu lethu le cold case ngasasebenzisa ke ababesiza ngophenyo ukuthi sazi ukuthi ulaphi.
Le re fitla kwa bula ke mutse jarna go ena bongane intanse ya re
When he arrived and when he opened the door, we asked him if he was indeed Mogane dance, and he confirmed that he was. And once we had a young some Gambos to Vienna in Mogane dance. Yeah, boys, Vumut, yeah, we are.
we nka se mmotšiši be ka se mmitše ka lebitso le leng e le gore already be re šitše re tseba gore ke mang.
I wasn't going to call him about with another name because we already knew his proper identity, who he was.
That is why go tsena le
Ngeke ngimbize ngelinye igama ukuthi esasesazi ukuthi igama lakhe ubani.
Okay. May I just further inform you that
Sorry, you want to continue, sir?
Lesetšheleng ya go tšwela pele.
ka gore bjale
Yeah, continue.
ke nyako feleletše go laša go tsena le ID book gona moo
That is where the ID book comes in.
e bontšha gore ke ena
That confirms who that he was indeed Mogane dance. Ilapho ke ngena khona ke idaba likaMazisi uthi ilapho kufanele ukuthi lo mazisa lo usilethele isiqiniseko sokuthi uyena impela uMogane dance.
so I dance.
yes no finished.
Yes, I am finished.
All right. So when he took out his ID, he insisted that you should also produce your identity to confirm that you are a police officer.
Vele o le arrange idea ile na go le charge na di ID ja o bancho le kannete le se police.
Awa azanga no khopela ye o la maka.
No, he did not ask for that. That one he is lying. I can't tell the logo. Kamba ma.
Okay. So the polite name for Maka King, what is it?
Linchilele amrele rang la Maka King. It's not speaking the truth.
Will I be wrong if I say pause? I suppose. Yeah, if you say pause, instead of a marker, I will pause.
Marker has got a lie. Or short mistake.
Marker in English is lie. Mistake, Porsche in English is a mistake.
So I understand. But for the, all right. I don't think I'll get into the version of accused number 2. But I don't think you'll appreciate if I put a version to you and say, in conclusion, you are a liar.
Okay, nyako go botsa mla do fela na ore ta ba isipitse yang mara a nya go re fitla mo mafellong a fitla gare ya gore mafellong go wena o bolela mang
tate mo gomesu a re go tlhalositse botse sa le re thoma molato ke nnete e fenga o boditseng yona bila mabane go boditse ka gopela bokane that a go itse nnete o re dira re a ska bolela maka.
Well, since we started with this case, what truth has he told you?
All right.
Because I've been telling you that he must stop telling you untruths. He must tell you the truth.
So it's for this court to determine whether he's talking lies or truth. But let's move on. You can use that word, whatever, however you use it, it's fine. The version of the accused person is that when he requested you to produce the appointment certificate, Sergeant Mabena slapped him with an open hand in his face. And he said, you think you are smart.
In Zulu, I did not see that, and the late Mabena, even from his appearance, it was clear that he was not the assaulting type.
It is the version of the accused that when you arrested him, you did not inform. May I just go? When you arrested accused number 2, you did not inform him about the murder case in Nongo. Instead, you told him about the murder case of Senzo Meyiwa.
That is not true. Yeah, man. Umsola otige umayezoboshwa akazange atshele lutho ngeqala lokubulala lakwaNongo yamtshela ngeqala lokubulala le kaSenzo Meyiwa uyakuphika ke lo.
And there and then he denied the allegations that he was involved in the murder of Senzo Meyiwa.
And Holavia will trauma ale voja hafeja nako haraluka kanako wilala fuvoja yena hazimisipeka ukubulawa ka Senzo Meyiwa.
And the Judge 16.
I'm referring to that.
That is not true.
He will come and tell the court that his rights were not explained. Immediately thereafter, you handcuffed. You placed him under arrest. Sorry?
I don't know how many times I have to repeat this.
Samatomo, the Moody Cherry Tokolo Chaga,
I told him his rights, and I said that I first told him in English, and I then reiterated in Tswana, and then I reiterated in Zulu again. Angazi ukuthi ngizoyiphina kanjani le nto ukuthi ngamtshela amalungelo akhe, ngamtshela ngesingisi, ngase ngimtshela ngolukaMthaniya, ngesitswana, ngase ngimtshela ngolukaMthaniya.
And you further showed him the photo of the person. With the tattoos.
Whose picture are you referring to?
And a gold teeth. Gold tooth. Whom you alleged that it resembled accused number 2.
Oh, no, we did not show him anything. I dispute that.
So you took him to the Pretoria North Police Station.
That is correct.
And no rights were further explained to him.
He is lying again.
Police station.
When we arrived at the police station, must be a student some Makoisa. I took the 14A book, which has a serial number. I told him it's not 14A in a number. I told him his right again. I used the English language, Zulu language, and the Tswana language.
So can I have that SAP 14A? Can you have it, please, so that I can clarify something?
Yes, I have it.
All right. Can you please read paragraph 2C for me?
Paragraph 2C.
Here we have the right to be detained under conditions consonant with human dignity, which shall include at least the provision of adequate accommodation, nutrition, reading material, and medical treatment at state expenses.
Nelungelo lokuthi uvalelwe endaweni egcina isithunzi somuntu.
Can you explain it in Zulu?
Kukuba ukakhona uyithalusa ekwenkasizo.
Unamalungelo akuhlala endaweni le because ndiki mixala kasisiso, that's why ndikubolela kasisiso to lesizulu. Ngase
Well, I was mixing Zulu and English, and when I was talking about this.
All right. Which one maybe you can best read it in English and best translate it or interpret it in Zulu for us?
fetola lela go siZulu.
unelungelo lakuthola umemeli wakho lo mthandayo kuthi or sikutholele lememeli lo uzobhadala estate uhulumeni and unamalungelo akuthula lento uzoyikhuluma izosebenzisa enkantolo mase ikhuluma.
You are stammering.
So no just tamara ape. That's why we get like English, Sesotho, mixed languages. Sesotho is not my mother tongue.
I am bound to stammer because that's why I actually said that I used all this language, English, Zulu, and Setswana, because Zulu is not exactly my mother tongue. Fanele ngingi zengoba ulimi lolu akulona ulimi lwami lukamthaniya yikho ngangisebenzisa zonke lezi limi mfana isingisi nesitswana.
Mr. Mabena was a Zulu speaker.
Mabena bele motho wa bolela siZulu again.
Tumutabele.
He spoke in Ndebele. Why could we Ndebele?
But Sitebele is closer to Zulu.
See Ndebele, see how feel is Zulu.
Ngano realo mare. Ngasir e garasi asila mujaka.
Well, I can say that, but I can't really confirm because this is not my language. Yabo ngafu. But I ngeke tell us ngoba akulona ulimi lwami.
Let's move on. On the 17th of June 2020, accused number 2 was booked out from his cell into a boardroom.
Got 17th June 2020, but my was selling Mamisha boardroom. Umsolo ngomhla 17 June 2020 wakhishwa eselini lakhe wayofakwa
Again.
That is correct.
And the participants there were yourself, Mabena, Paula, and Gininda, including accused number 2.
But Mabena, Mogola, Gininda, Rabe, Limlat Fashavid.
Savouele Jarape Gavarava, Brigadier Gininda was.
Mr. Gomezu, are we rehashing the very same? I've been keeping quiet, but you're asking the very same questions you asked yesterday. That's why this witness keep on saying, I'll respond to you or answer to you the way I answered you yesterday. So I just want to know, are you rehashing it again?
But I must not place the version of accused in full.
You've done so.
Because, my lord...
No, you can do it. I'm just telling you, you did the same yesterday.
Yes, but my lord, let me just be clear, so that we are in a common page here.
Yes.
When I was cross-examining, I was picking certain versions that will fit the question under cross-examination. I reserved the full version of accused.
Okay, fine.
Hence, there will be such a repetition of answers.
Okay, fine. You can go on.
Thank you. Outside the boardroom, there were police officers.
Savouele Jarape, Mapolisa Afing, Akai Afing.
I'd like to reiterate again this question. Which police from where?
Then accused number 2 was interrogated about the death of Senzo Mayo. And he denied his involvement.
That is correct. Lapho umsolo wesibili wabuzonge ngokufaka Senzo Mayo and wafika lapho.
And he was further asked about his whereabouts on the 26th of October 2014.
And I reiterate, it is true. That is correct. So like we are one was of it why up in Osula ngamhla ka-26 October 2014 wathi yebo uliqiniso wabuso.
Yes, his answer was that if he was not at his workplace, he is at home, referring to KwaZulu-Natal.
And ga araba o rile ga ile re ke be ke se moshomong ke le gae and ga bolela ka gae o ra gore o ba le KwaZulu-Natal.
Ke tlo le araba gape ke boletse ka re mankgapelanyana ya KwaZulu-Natal a go gopola mpotša o mpoditše ka go ba le mošomong mining.
I'm going to reiterate that I do not know he didn't mention anything about KwaZulu-Natal. I don't remember him saying anything about that. What he told me about was that he was at work. KwaZulu-Natal ngikhumbule esho lutho ngaye engimkhumulayo wathi yena wayesemsebenzini ngalelo langa.
And may I confirm this accused number 2, my lord? It's very crucial. Thank you, madam. In the courtroom, you asked, or Brigadier Kininda asked accused number 2 to take off his clothes.
Kama bodumu Brigadier Kininda wela kopa molatofatša gore wa bu.
Ke tlo le araba gape Mr. Mogame maabane ke boditše kare Brigadier Kininda o ba se yego and Brigadier Kininda a se motho gore a ka hlapaola motho a maapola diaparo ka sekgowa ba re it is inhuman to do that.
Well, I'm going to repeat again that Brigadier Kininda, for starters, was not present there. And number 2, Brigadier Kininda is not the type of person that is going to ask to take clothes off a person because that is inhuman.
No.
So ansazophinda futhi uthi Brigadier Kininda wayengekho lapho and futhi ke uBrigadier Kininda akunohlobo lomuntu ongakhumula umuntu impahla akunabuntu lokho.
My instruction is that accused number 2, he refused because on the basis that there was a woman in his presence.
Mlatofatša o re yena o ile a gana go apola ka lebaka la gore o ne o na le motho wa mosadi.
Ke sa boletša gape ntanzi a o botše nnete ebile wa itantetša ka leleme ka gore e re ka maapola bjang pele ga batho o na maphodisa ka ntle o na le mosadi ga tla re maapolela re nyaka eng re nya go bona eng.
I think accused number 2 must tell you the truth because how could we ask him to disrobe, to take his clothes off when there were people there, when there were women there, when there were people from outside there. Fanele achaze kahle akutshele iqiniso ngoba besingamphula kanjani impahla phambi kwabantu besifazane kunabantu abaningi abangibona abalapha.
Then photos were taken from him and asked him about the gold tooth.
Gare dinepe di tšere ke mang.
If he says pictures were taken, who amongst us took those pictures?
I would like you to answer the question because such questions will be covered on my version, on the version of accused number 2.
That is not true.
The following day, accused number 2 was booked out again. and taken to his workplace at Sibanye Stillwaters in Carltonville, not Western Area.
Wena pamojia la misha go Sibanye Stillwaters go Western area iseng go Carltonville.
Ke nnete Carltonville Western area ino ba pleke te.
That is true. Western area and Carltonville are in the same area. Yebo iqiniso uthi kodwa iWestern area and Carltonville sizindawo.
That's when Brigadier Kininda Npola also came, when the human resource manager was approached.
That's when Kininda and who?
And Sergeant Mohola.
Kimo Brigadier Kininda le Mohola ba ileng ba fitla le batho ba go HR.
They came and you and Mabena approached the human resource manager, including Brigadier Kininda and Sergeant Mohola.
Are kimo Brigadier Kininda le fitla le Sergeant Mohola wena le bona le Mabena la bolela le batho ba go HR.
Ke nnete.
That is correct. Yebo lokho kunjani.
That was when a statement was given to you to say accused number 2 was not working on that particular day.
Ikimo lelela which statement sawore la fatho obedi uba se moshomong ka tjatelewo.
Ke nnete.
That is correct. Yebo kunjalo ukuthi ke bathola statement sokuthi umsolo sibili wayengekho emsebenzini ngalelo la.
It's my instruction that accused number 2 at the time everyone came out of the offices to the parking area. Brigadier Kininda was always in and out, completing certain forms. He was in and out, back to the human resource manager.
Kana go lelela jola go parking, rally jola go parking. Brigadier Kininda kana go obaya hodimo di fasi awela go HR and azabe awela kana.
Nna go gopolo diragala bjalo e fela Brigadier Kininda o tla tla ikarabela.
I do not remember that happening, but Brigadier Kininda will come and answer for himself. Mina ngithakuzange kwenzeka kanjalo kodwa ke uBrigadier Kininda uzofika azozikhulumela.
My Lord, it's 11:15. Can we take a tea break?
Okay. Yes, 15 minutes.